I repeat, the Victorian reality has been documented in Charles Dickens' novels, and Dickens' novels are thought an authentic source of contemporary reality of Victorian age. His novel, A Tale of Two Cities, is memorable in many ways. First, the title of the novel stands for two realities. Two cities show two actual cities, mean London and Paris, which are part of the plot of this novel. Second, two cities stand for cities before Revolution, French Revolution, and cities after French Revolution. This novel deals with French Revolution, but actual idea is not revolution, rather comparison of evolution and revolution, yeah, reforms and revolution. A blend of internal and external revolution. The possibility of resurrection. Resurrection is the basic theme of this novel. And this novel is about the power of love. A critique of violence and oppression in revolutionaries. How revolution turns into oppressive tyranny. Charles Dickens has based the factual information of French Revolution upon Thomas Carlyle's book, which title is French Revolution. The narrator of this novel is anonymous and can be thought of Dickens, who sympathizes goodness of a human being are the values which are shared in novel through the characters of Sidney Carton, Dr. Manette, Madame Pross. The narrator speaks in the third person, deftly switching his focus between cities and among several characters. Narrator, like other narrators of the time, is omniscient, mean all-knowing. Narrator not only reveals the thoughts, emotions, and motives of the characters, but also supplies a historical context to the events that occur. Rising action of the novel deals with murder of aristocrats after the storming of the Bastille prison that is broken by the prisoners that begins French Revolution. Charles Darnley, the Frenchman who was living in London, his decision to go to Paris to save Gabelle, and the Defarges, who are revolutionaries, they demand that Darnley should be arrested because he belongs to the French aristocracy, and the revolution was against the king, the priest, and the feudal aristocrats. Climax of the novel is a court-martial where Defarge reads aloud a letter that he has discovered Actually, that letter was written by Dr. Manet when he was imprisoned in the Bastille. And in novel we read that happened uh, more than 1.5 decades ago, when he was called uh, for the treatment of the young raped girl and her dying brother. Criminals were uncles of Charles Darnay, known as Evermont brothers, and the woman who was raped and afterwards she died and her brother was killed, they were brother and sister of Madame Defarge, who later on becomes a revolutionary, a vindictive lady. Instead of arresting the criminals, the tables are turned upon Dr. Manet, who is arrested and he is put into prison. In his prison Bastille, he wrote a letter, and in his letter, he mentions who are responsible for his suffering. While during he, after he is released from prison and going back to London, his daughter Lucy Manet has married Charles Darnay, who was a member of aristocrat family, but he was living the life of an ordinary man in exile. Both of them fall in love and they marry. No, Charles Darnay is the son-in-law of Dr. Manet, but this letter, which is rediscovered by Defarge, that is an instrument which is used to punish Charles Darnay. And it's clear that Madame Defarge is overzealous hatred of Darnay can only in death. So, because she is not only a revolutionary, she has hatred, she has revenge against those who raped her sister, who killed her brother, and afterwards, Charles Darnay is saved. Darnay is sentenced to death, but Sidney Carton, who was a failed apprentice to a lawyer and who was also a failed man in his love, who seems utter failure, but through his sacrifice, he becomes the hero of the novel. Actually, both men, Sidney Carton and Charles Darnay, they resemble a lot. They have, you can say, similar or same face. So Darnay is in prison. Sidney Carton reaches his prison, changes his clothes, and pushes him outside. Darnay is saved. Sidney Carton is hanged. But Charles Darnay is forced to live as Sidney Carton rest of life. So that was resurrection of Sidney Carton, who sacrifices his life, but he lives in disguise of Charles Darwin. So that novel was, you can say, with the message of compassion rather than vindictive retaliation, pardon instead of revenge, and reforms and evolution instead of revolution. And that was what was British in essence, and whatever was revolution and all these things, that was French in essence. So we can say the English author, English novelist, summed up the English essence, and he made it superior to the French one. This novel is known for certain ideas. For example, semi-autobiographical novel. There are references to Dickens' own life and his affair with an actress of the time. There are references to personal upheavals. Second, this novel is known for certain picaresque element, mean episodic failed adventures of the protagonist Sidney Carton that make this novel picaresque. Essence of you can say English fiction is humorous, ironical idiom, and that is also seen in Dickens' novels, particularly these novels, Hard Times, Great Expectations, and Tale of Two Cities. So I have presented introduction of Charles Dickens. Communicative approach is a learner-centered approach. This approach gives the learner not only grammatical competence, but also social skill to what to say, how to say, when to say, and where to say. Apart from fluency, accuracy, and appropriateness. Apart from fluency, accuracy, and appropriateness are equally important in this approach. An effective use of language needs to produce that is grammatically well formed in this approach. Communicative approach stresses the purpose of writing and audience of that writing. Goal of communicative approach is to make learners communicatively competent. In this approach, teacher is seen as facilitator of learners, facilitators of students' learning. Communicative approach is based on the idea that aim of learning second language is to gain communicative competence. And when we say communicative competence, it means both oral and written competence. The term communicate meant to express or convey the ideas verbally or non-verbally. This approach emphasizes the communicative capability of the learners. Communicative competence has focus on 4 types of competence: grammatical competence, speech competence, technical competence, and socio-linguistic competence. Communicative competence are first one. Communicative competence, that's a concept introduced by Del Hymes. According to Delheims, the speaker of English language should have knowledge of more and more grammatical competence to become a good speaker. There are 8 aspects of communicative competence. They are grouped into 2 parts: linguistic aspects and pragmatic aspects. Mean 4 linguistic aspects and 4 pragmatic aspects of communicative competence. Linguistic aspects include phonology and grammatical description, grammar, vocabulary, and discourse. Pragmatic aspects include functions, variations, interaction scale, and cultural framework. आप दोबारा